so here's an incline with this much of snow, so let's see how she does. And yeah, it tries to go then here, so let's go. Ooh, yeah, there we go. So it does. What is up, guys? Welcome to another video. It is currently snowing and the red 5.0 is in the garage, but you can see the G37 is covered in the snow, so we're gonna clean the car, and I'm kind of curious how the all-wheel drive system does with the G37. I'm actually glad I put the Mustang back in the garage because there's no way this car is going anywhere, and having the G37 now will probably help me to navigate through this snowy conditions. We really typically don't get that much snow here, but this was a big storm that was calling. It's still currently snowing, but I don't want to wait till the evening because right now it's all powdery and soft, so I can clean the snow. So this is what she looks like resting. I think it's the first time where it's snowing and she's inside instead of being outside here, so she's probably real happy. All right, so let's go ahead and clean up the driveway first. Then we're gonna clean the G37, and this is the all-wheel drive version. So I'm really curious how this is gonna handle snow. Typically when it snows like this, I don't really go out, but I'm curious if the all-wheel drive system on the Infiniti is worthwhile or is it just for show. So we're able to clear all the snow out from the driveway, but as you can see, or I don't know if you can tell from the camera, the snow has picked up now. Maybe not the best idea to take this car out just yet. So we'll wait for the snow to die down a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and test out the all-wheel drive system on the G37. This is the XS, which is the all-wheel drive. So we'll probably have to take out the car in a little bit. It is about to get dark, so I'm hoping the snow kind of stops a little bit. Just a little bit, and I feel like I'm not going to be driving this car for a week or so. So this is going to be just chilling here. At least it's clean. I don't have to worry about cleaning the snow off of this car. That's the first time it looks this clean in snow. But yeah, so we're going to take this out, wait for the snow to die down a little bit, and take the G37 out on the road to test out how good the all-wheel drive system is on the Infiniti G37. All right, time to start her up. There we go. We're going to try the snow mode too. I haven't tried the snow mode in this car. All right, so let her warm up a little bit. RPMs are still 1500, so we'll give it a little bit, and then once it's warmed up, we're gonna back out and then drive around for a little bit. Yeah, compared to most places, this is not much snow to begin with, but I'm just curious how it holds up. Definitely gonna be way better than the Mustang I have. So just in the neighborhood right now, and it's an incline, but it seems to be going pretty good. They did clear the roads, so it's not like it's a lot of snow in there. It seems to be holding up just fine. Let's go out on the road, see how she performs with a little bit more snowy conditions. So areas with light snow where the roads have been cleared, actually surprisingly doing pretty good. Of course, you are gonna wanna get some good tires. So if you don't have good tires, you're gonna be out of luck. And you also need some good tires and also some good braking capability. Because the all-wheel drive will get you going, but if you're way too confident, overconfident, you're not gonna be able to brake on time, and all-wheel drive doesn't help with the braking. So you have to be careful with the braking, have some slow inputs. Otherwise, it seems to hold fine for what I would need it for. If you get extreme snows, of course, then this is not going to work for you. But the all-wheel drive seems to be good. We're going to find a spot that has more snow. But acceleration-wise, it goes without losing traction. And the tires on this car aren't like brand new. They're used tires, and they've had a good bit of miles on them. So I want to say, like, this area is pretty snowy, right? So let's see. I turned it, no traction issues. Going in now. No lights blinking or anything, so it seems to hold up pretty good. Better than the Mustang, that's all I will say. The Mustang would be just something else. There we go, a little bit turn. You can tell it wants to float a little bit, but no lines or anything like that, so, or no lights, I mean. This is on an incline right now. Seems to be going fine. A little bit of patch of snow. Yeah. It's holding very, let's see, the rear end tried to lose a little bit because I was turning in on an uphill. Maybe if I had pushed a little bit too much gas, it would have tried to slide on me. Those instances, if I had my Mustang, it would be slipping and sliding everywhere. Even with like really good tires. They're all season, but they're like 285 wide. This is some used tires and 225 wide, I believe. It holds up really well in terms of having the traction. I'm sure if I get like really good tires on these, or even snow tires, combined with the all-wheel drive system, this G37 is going to be your winter warrior. All right, so this road looks like the snow really hasn't been cleared much. There's still snow here, so let's see. Give it a little bit of gas. see the slip light came off. There's only like if it's from stop, it has issues. Otherwise, and you can see the slip light is coming off. So if it's from a stoplight, you're really giving a lot of gas, you're gonna run into issues. So here's an incline with this much of snow. So let's see how she does. And yeah, it tries to go, but it catches on. So the all-wheel drive is working. As soon as it detects, you get the slip light, and it catches back itself, making sure it's sending power to the other wheels, so you're back on the road and not have any issue. But now, obviously, there isn't much snow, so now if I get on it, it will be fine. The biggest thing is obviously the braking. Braking you have to be careful with. And most people, if you have the all-wheel drive Infiniti, you're not going to be driving like a maniac. If it's snowing, you're going to go through it, you know, pretty carefully than you normally would. And the slip light will come off. It will detect that there is a slip, obviously, but it will put you back where it needs to be. So in this case, the all-wheel drive kicks in and it puts me back where I need to be, so I don't slip up and have any issues with the traction. So I think it manages just fine. If it's like 6 to 8 inches, oh, there's a bus that's kind of stuck here. Oh, this is not good. I think it's stuck. We might have to take a detour. Yeah, the bus seemed like it was stuck there, but this side of the road is clear. Let's get on a little bit. Nice. You can get on the gas, it still goes fine. Let's take a U-turn, see how she does on that. Braking seems to be fine as well. There's a little bit more snow on that side than here, so let's go. Ooh, yeah, there we go. So it does. Yes, if you're turning with the gas on, you can see there's a slip light all the way through. And then that's why the bus was kind of stuck, because they haven't cleared this side of it, this side of the road. And that's where you got to be careful with your inputs. Inputs is more of a key than the all-wheel drive system in general. It detects the stable, will put you back where you need to be. But if you're not careful with your input, that's where you mess up. Like when I was trying to make that U-turn, I put the gas a little bit too much and it slid back. But the thing is, it caught on and it put me back where I needed to be. So the all-wheel drive system works well if you're actually stuck in a position where, you know, you're driving and it's just not, you know, the most pleasant weather. All-wheel drive system will protect you unless it's like a foot of snow. Then at that point you need ground clearance. Of course, these cars are not lowered by any means, but it's a sedan, so you're gonna run into issues with the ground clearance. But if you've got a little bit of snow, all-wheel drive will kick in and will try to make sure that it puts you back where you need to be. But the ground clearance, no amount of tires or all-wheel drive can save you. And that's one of the reasons it's very difficult to daily drive Mustang in a snowy condition, because it's just lower. Mine is lowered on steel springs, but in general it's a lower car. So when I'm driving it, even with the best snow tires, for example, it's gonna get stuck because a few inches of snow and it's gonna basically scrape and have issues with ground clearance. But yeah, so would I recommend the G37's all-wheel drive in the snowy conditions? Yes, depending on where you are. If there's a lot of snow, then you might be out of luck, because even though with good snow tires and all-wheel drive, you will be fine, because the all-wheel drive system is actually pretty good on this car. But of course, with the ground clearance, that's going to be an issue. But for where I am, we get mild snow here and there. This is probably one of the bigger snowstorms we got in actually a few years. So as long as you've got good tires on, you'll be able to manage just fine. Even on all-season tires like I have currently, you'll be able to manage. Of course, if you can get, you know, winter tires with the all-wheel drive, you're pretty much going to be unstoppable. The key is going to be, like with any car, whether it's rear-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, is the inputs need to be very soft. You can't press the brake all of a sudden, you can't put the gas all of a sudden and have issues with that. So as long as you're being mindful of that, you're going to be able to brake in time and not have issues with the all-wheel drive system. So overall, I think the all-wheel drive system on this Infiniti G37 is pretty good as long as you're careful with your inputs. If you do live somewhere that is going to be a lot of snowing, then that vehicle is not for you. You probably need a vehicle with a little bit more ground clearance. And that is like any all-wheel drive car that has basically, you know, that's a sedan. It's not an SUV, because SUV will get you the ground clearance. The sedan will always struggle with that, even at the stock ride height like mine is. My G37 is stock ride height. But yeah, overall, I think I like it because I am basically complementing this car with the Mustang. So in situations like this, I would not be able to take the Mustang out. Unless I get snow tires, I would not be able to take the Mustang out. And I'm pretty much stuck. With this car, I'm able to go out and basically drive around without any issues and not feel like I'm stuck like I would have been with the Mustang. So this complements my Mustang in a perfect manner. So depending on what your needs are, it may or may not work for you, but overall, I'm impressed with the all-wheel drive system on the Infiniti G37. I might consider getting some snow tires as well, depending on how much snow we're gonna expect this year, and see how it's gonna perform with the snow tires on this G37. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video with the all-wheel drive system just being tested out on the G37. Still snowing, otherwise I would actually take it out on a proper lot, so I think I need to do that maybe tomorrow once it kind of stops snowing a little bit. And they have cleared the inside roads, but there's probably going to be parks or parking lot that are still covered with snow. So that'll be exciting to see how she does it in those instances to give you more perspective on this. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and of course, subscribe to Red 50 for more videos.